Right, guys, I'm doing a video response to OathBoundSecrets, who has done a video about different types of witches. I thought I would respond by talking about how a witch can change in time, from even though a witch can be really young or really old, or in between. That there's no such thing as a witch who stays the same. I'm first going to mention that I was a Wiccan. I was a Wiccan for 3 or 4 years, from the ages of 16 to 18. I'm obviously now 19, and I've been a witch for, I think, 6 months now. I've identified myself as just a witch for 6 months or so, or half a year, thereabouts. More like when I started blogging again in, I think, September. Anyway, so I was 12 years old, naive little girl with long mousy brown hair, big round glasses, complete nerd, bookworm and everything, who loved reading about witches in, storybooks and films and musicals. I think I'd just gone and seen the musical Wicked, and it'll always be the musical closest to my heart, naturally. And I discovered a book in the library. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called. Maybe it was Destiny that book was there, because I've looked for it for years now and I still can't bloody find it. But I digress. So I find this book and I discover, oh my god, witches are real. Obviously not in the way that I read about them or seen them originally, but witches are real. So I obviously looked it up, and I looked it up for a couple of years, so I think I was about 16, where I decided, you know what, heck, I'm a Wiccan. Obviously back then I didn't own an altar, I didn't have any of the tools, I didn't even have any crystals. I had a couple of books and that was about it. So my Wicca was sort of in my mind, if that makes sense, and I used things that I already owned. So I think I actually destroyed a trophy from my theatre school by trying to brew a potion in it, and I ended up leaving it to dry in the pot and it stuck, so I blamed it on one of the kids at home and gave it back quite so yeah, because it's one of those trophies you have to give back. Whoops. But anyway, I digress. And then obviously I came out of the broom closet. I've spoken about coming out of the broom closet on my vlog before. I came out of the broom closet at age 16 at secondary school. One of the worst places to come out of the broom closet, I have to say, because when you're at school, kids are so immature, and obviously they have so many misconceptions and myths, and obviously they don't take you very seriously. They really bully you. Oh no, she's going to put a hex on me, she's going to put a spell on me. Oh, you didn't put a spell on your ex-boyfriend to fall in love with you, did you? Well, actually, I did cast a spell to try and banish him, but that's by the by. And it didn't work because I didn't understand the way that magic worked. But that was beside the point. I obviously destroyed everything from that sort of time, because it was obviously, you know, when a young witch hasn't learned properly, she's only looked up stuff that isn't quite right, and, you know, it was all wrong anyway, so I got rid of it. And then I sort of didn't pick it back up again until a year later, and then I started buying the books, I started studying properly, and I was thinking, do I come out of the broom closet at college? And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that for a little while. So I didn't come out until, I think, towards the end of my first year, when I could trust everyone. I said, look, I think I slotted it into a discussion about religion anyway. We talked about religion, and I said, well, I'm a witch, I'm a pagan. Well, I didn't say I was a witch, I said I was pagan. And then it got me really thinking after that discussion, and I sort of thought of myself, can I really think of myself as Wiccan? I remembered the times when I was at church. Yeah, I went to church when I was a kid because I was lonely and I was in a very unhealthy fostering placement. Let's just say it was unhealthy, where there was abusive treatment on both the children that I was living with, and the carers weren't particularly nice to me either. So obviously I went to church to escape from that, thinking I would find some sort of community that I could bond with. and it turned out to be the complete opposite. All the kids used to pick on me and steer clear. The grown-ups just ignored me, and I was like, oh, this isn't fair. And obviously I remembered that's what it was like worshipping God. I didn't feel like he listened. I didn't feel like he was, as the Christians put it, a loving person. I felt he was sort of just like the carers I was living with. He was ignorant, he was arrogant, he was rude, and he just didn't care. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to be atheist. So I carried on through life, and then I discovered obviously Wicca. And I thought, oh, the goddess sounds quite like a nice person, so does her god. And so I started to sort of worship Wicca, but then I didn't feel right. Obviously, by the sort of time I started college, I was thinking, no, I don't think that deities should be bowed to and worshipped, because, you know, I don't think that's what they want you to do. They want to be your friend. They want to be the person that you go to for help. You say, oh goddess, please help me. And she goes, well, yeah, I'll help you if I can, but if I can't, you know, she's just like your best friend, really. Like your mother, really. So that's how I feel. Then I thought, if that's how I truly feel about deity, then why the hell am I in Wicca? Why the heck am I in a religion where I still have to bow down and worship? Well, you still have to worship. I don't think you really bow down, put your hands together and pray in Wicca, but, you know, you still have to respect, like, you have to expect them as an authority, and they're not an authority in my personal view. So then I thought, you know, so I felt very disheartened about Wicca for a while, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to leave everything alone because it's too powerful to mess with if you don't feel your heart's not in the right place. So I left it for a little while, so I had a few months off, and I was sort of thinking, can I be a witch without Wicca? Because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, if I can practice witchcraft without being Wiccan, then I'll happily pick up my wand and broom again. Not like I had a broom, I had a wand. And I obviously looked everything up, and yeah, I was introduced to hedge witchcraft and traditional witchcraft, which I basically merged together for eclectic witchcraft, which is why I call myself a bog standard witch now. So yeah, I've come out of the broom closet as a normal witch now. All my friends know that I'm doing like tarot readings, they know about my crystals, they know about my magic. As does my fiance. He's very sort of supportive, he's interested in doing hand fasting and all that. So it's quite interesting actually. So yeah, that's my video response for the OathBoundSecrets. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find this interesting, and it's personally a little bit more about me really. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I'll probably do a normal video soon. So from me and my familiar Freddie, bye, and blessed be everyone.